G'day everyone, welcome back to Plane Mechanic Simulator, or should I say Plane Refueling Simulator, because that's what the last two episodes have been mainly featuring. Regardless, we've got 3 missions here, and ironically, for the title of this video, there is no refueling for this particular mission. So we're going to replace the front windscreen, replace the propeller, and replace the compression leg. So let's start off with the windscreen. I'm going to hit the negative mode here, and just take off all the screws. We're just going to jump straight into it, because why not get down and dirty and do a very, very simple job here. There's nothing too, exciting about that. It has the Spitfires fly by, and that's such a good sound. Hopefully I'll be working on Spitfires soon. And I don't think we can repair this one. Nope, it's completely damaged. As you can see, there's a bit of blood on the windscreen. So let's go ahead and replace the part. That. Just a random, scribble. And now we're going to attach this bad boy. Looking all nice and fresh. And that should be done. Now we can go have a look at some other things. Now, what else would we need to do? Replace the propeller. Okay, so we'll do that next. We're going to take off the spinner first. Take off the spinner cap. Then we're going to have to take off the back plate here, as well as, I think, one other part. Or is it just this? I think there's just this and then another. We'll have to wait and see here. Alright. Now, I don't think we can repair this one, but I'm going to go double check anyway. No, we can't repair the propeller. We have to get a new one. Get that one. Sign here. Ash. It doesn't even resemble Ash. Regardless, we're on a speed run, essentially. Now, hit the plus. Get that done. Too easy. You know what? It's going to be... this video is going to be relatively short at this rate. Come on. There we go, spinner, and then the nut. Now, we need to identify which one of these, I believe it's this thing, the compression legs. Now, usually when the suspension is damaged, or in this case, the compression leg, usually the wheels are damaged as well, but considering we replaced them in the last mission, I don't think that that's a problem right now. you can't just magically take off compression legs when the thing is sitting on its own suspension. It's not how things work. See, now we can take these off because it's supported by its own weight. Isn't that magical? Alright, now we've taken off that one. Come on. It's gonna let me take off this one. You're making me want to play flying games. I spent 3 hours flying 109s and Spitfires yesterday with a couple of friends in IL2 in VR. God damn, that's something. But hearing that sound with the Spitfires and stuff fly by, I just want to go out and fly now. I'm gonna replace both of these. I'm just gonna doodle like that. Fantastic. And then put this on. Install him. 1, 2, and then the third screw right here, the one that's often a pain in the ass to get to. 1, 2, and 3. There we are. I think we're done. All primary tasks complete. We're basically done. We can just sign off here. We don't have to pretend like that thing's already in the aircraft. Although, so let's just go on to a next task. Alright, check the oil filters, check the fuel filter, and refuel the aircraft. Okay, we're good. We've got a refuel aircraft this time. At least we know it's aircraft refueling simulator this time. Pressure filter, which is damaged. And basically everything else around it. So that's all we really need to look at. Makes me want to fly so bad. So bad. Alright. fuel filter is damaged. Okay, right. Well, let's take off the front cowling. We also need to take off the other cowling as well. And why are we taking this off? I'm just preempting this. Right, that unit comes out. I think we're good. Oh, we've got one on the other side. Okay. This should be pretty easy to take out. Those two screws right there. Not all general aviation's like this, but it's pretty good. Alright, now let's see if we can repair these parts. I'm pretty sure we can. Oh yes, good. We can play the little mini game. I like this. Okay, so WASD. Got fuel. It's funny. You just oil a little part, and then it magically restores itself. Anyway, you ready? That one. 67%. Okay. And that's 100%, and you can go... Never mind. Part restored. Oh, hang on. We haven't done the other ones yet. Where are you going? Okay. That one... I wish things were this easy IRL. They wouldn't hire people then. Alright, 100%, and where's the last one? There it is. I think we get bonus points if we do the 100% pristine. But all we got to do now is put these back in. Like so. Now we've got 2 tasks complete. Huzzah. Put the oil filter back in. Get jealous at the guys who get to fly, because that's what you do as a penguin. That's a technical term for those people who work on the ground. You got flyboys and you got penguins. Close this up, and I believe all we've got to do now is fill up the aircraft. Which, I guess, is not too bad. Alright, come on. It's a bit finicky, these little hooks here. Yep, refuel the aircraft. Alright, this is a standard operating procedure here. Run up to the aircraft as fast as you can with a ladder in hand. You look like a madman. Grab a hose, jump up the ladder. Take off the fuel cap. That's what I should have done first. Put this thing in the hole. Jump off like a crazy madman. Fill the aircraft to a brim till it's overflowing like a Niagara Falls. Hey, get me away from this one. Come up here, put the hose away. Make sure to put the fuel filler cap back on. Let Davo in the van drive away here. And we're basically done. So, let's sign this one off. That'll do. Check the pistons and rings. Refuel the aircraft. Alright. This one's going to be a little bit difficult, because this one involves a lot of disassembly. So, we're going to just disassemble, basically, take off the covers because we're going to need that.
No.
No, don't tell me no. We don't need to read this. A good way to get access to pistons is to remove the entire cylinder as assemblies. Do this, hold the left mouse button on the assembly for about a second, then remove the highlighted screws. Thank you. I'm going to take this off, and we're going to take the top off because, you know, reasons. Now, we're not... Actually, we should take the bottom panel off as well, because we're going to be accessing the bottom of the panel mostly. Sorry, the bottom of this panel. We're going to be accessing the bottom of this area quite, well, frequently. Now, I don't know whether I should take off the propeller as well as the engine cowling. That way we get easier access to the engine. I probably should, to be honest. Although, is it really that necessary? Probably not, but we're going to do it anyway. Every time you take a nut off in general aviation, it takes, you know, 15-20 minutes of paperwork just to say that you can sign off and take off that that particular unit. I was always confused by this the first time I went through. There we go. Because you have to take off this rocker valve system here. Basically, this takes out extra Alright, there we go. Taking those off. Cylinder head. See, those are the important bits. You have to be fairly mechanically inclined to play this game, although it's pretty easy. It's not like real aviation, obviously. It's a little harder to do IRL. You know, managing to get, you know, convince your employer or whatever that you can go off and... Yeah, I can't take off that bracket until I've selected it. So it tells me no until you select this particular metal part. It's an absolute pain. Because whoever designed this is an absolute complete arse. And we're just going to have screws for days. Imagine the tubs of just screws and just different tools behind each. You know, just imagine there being like a table filled with like screws and bits and pieces and componentry. Alright, we're stripping her back. We've only got this much left and then it's just going to be a noseless aircraft. If you ever wanted to know what a noseless aircraft looks like, that's exactly what it is. Right. Now, there is a very finite little part. Head gasket, there it is, one. So cylinder barrel, head gasket, that's fine. We still need to take these off, because the game is a bit finicky that way. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to take off. Now. That one. That piston is fine, this piston is fine. That one is fine. I'm guessing it's the first one that's damaged. It is. So basically it's just this particular unit itself, but what we will do is we'll still have to take off these. Come on. It's being very finicky. We got this one off. There we are. Don't tell me I have to take off all the top covers as well. That's alright. Might as well just take everything off. Why don't we, game? Go away, planes! Oh god. Stressful. Can identify all the piston rings. Damaged. Damaged. And damaged. We know that much. The rest should be pretty fine. Right. And we push the bolt out there. And we do the same for all of these because the game is a bit finicky that way. 1, 2. Alright, now if we have to take anything else off, I'll scream. Okay, now we can basically assemble the thing. Right. Put the piston back in, that one. 1, 2, 3. Cylinder barrel, that looks good. Come on, it's a little finicky, these little piston rings. They are real life too. Sometimes I've had to get a hammer to them. Working in an automotive shop, I was doing a tractor joint once. And we had to take apart basically the cylinder barrel. Although we didn't have to do it in this kind of capacity. The whole entire piston just slid out of its out of its, you know, casing, and pulling the O-rings off this particular piston, because obviously this stops air from getting into the piston to disrupt your combustion sequences, because that's a major pain in the arse as is. Right, put the head gaskets back on. For a little engine that this thing has, it's quite powerful. say powerful. It does this aircraft well. If you're going to do aerobatics in one of these things, there's a specialist license you need to get in Australia. And my instructor at my local airfield can do aerobatics in the tigermoth, and has done so with me on board. And it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. That's for sure. How to describe the feeling of flying to someone? You don't. Because it's really something you can't really control. Right. Because you've gone from a substance that was once on the ground, that is firmly planted on the ground, to something that is now extremely lightly moving around and just free-flowing. You can't really describe that. Next, we've got the propeller. We've got all these screws around the propeller. Should be done here in a second. Put the spinner on. Alright, 1, 2 latches. It's not very exciting commentary, that's for sure. Alright, here we go. Let's install this on. And close this down. Is it going to allow me to do that? No. It's being a turd. Sometimes the game likes to be so. Think I'm missing something. Come on. It's not letting me close this panel all of a sudden. What have I done wrong? I have a feeling I've missed something. Exactly. I was missing something. There we are. Now, that allows me to close the panel. See, it's always important to double check, because you never know. Alright, now we've completed our task. We've just got to play Refueling Simulator. Alright. Bring the ladder right up, rush right up to it. Be the crazy man that we are. Jump over the propeller, take off the fuel cap, put the hose inside the aircraft there, and jump off like a crazy man. Tell Davo to start the pumps, fill the aircraft up, jump up the ladder again, and we know the process, because this is not Plane Mechanic Simulator, this is Refueling Simulator. That's how this game works. I'll observe the Spitfires come out of nowhere in a second. Coming out of the clouds to come around here again, and they'll go all the way around. Beyond visual range at this point. Anyway, Davo's like, hurry up with the if you put the lid on the thing yet. He's getting all impatient. He's got to fuel up 60 other aircraft today. Here he goes. Well, see you later, Davo. And then we go up here and we can see 1 Spitfire, 2 Spitfires, and 3 Spitfires. I'm going to go fly some VR in IL-2. But thank you very much for watching. We've done everything we need to do. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. There'll probably be more of this game at a later date. But for now, regular uploads to continue soonish. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you next time.